Democrats who are, well, thinking about running for president in 2028, at least seeking the party's nomination. Speaking at Al Sharpton's conference, that's the National Action Network conference in New York this week. Former Vice President Kamala Harris, former Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg spoke today, and they came kind of close to letting people know what they might do in 2028 or the year before, which is the important year. Listen.
Are you going to run again in 28?
Listen, I might. I'm thinking about it. The one thing I'm really clear about also is the status quo is not working and hasn't been working for a lot of people for a long time.
Of course, we want to see an end to the current regime, but what we really need to make clear is what we would be doing instead, that it doesn't have to be this way, and your everyday life could be better.
Just so my calendar is clear, should I be reserving a table at Sylvia's? Are you going to run again?
You save me a seat, I'll be there.
CBS News political director Fin Gómez has the latest from New York. So when the vice president says I might, that sounds like a pretty close to a yes. But when she also says, Fin, that the status quo hasn't been working for some time, well, for 4 years, she was part of the status quo.
She absolutely was. And look, all week we've been talking to people who are the attendees here. They've been saying they've been eager to listen to some of these this parade of 2028 presidential contenders that have come to this event organized by the Reverend Al Sharpton. But the one that the most attendees were looking forward to, Major, has been Vice President Harris. And look, there were some who felt that she didn't get a square deal back in 2024, that she was hampered by President Biden and the party at the time. But what I heard today were inklings, like sort of a wink, wink, and a nod, if you will, that she's seriously considering a run. And the other thing I wanted to point out is that she was also burnishing in foreign policy credentials, really comparing herself to the current leadership in the White House, which I thought was significant. But really, that moment with Sharpton on the stage, that was really the clearest indicator yet that she's seriously considering a run and that she might major. The other reaction I got from some of her supporters, Major, after her speech was, yes, they encouraged her to run. She had a standing ovation after her comments. But there were some who also kind of wanted to had a wait and see approach. While they supported her, they liked her, but they were open to speaking and wanted to hear from other potential 2028 contenders, which I thought was interesting. I also spoke just before your show, Major, to a former senior Harris campaign official. When I asked that person about another run, they told me, while they're grateful to the former vice president, they also believe that their party is not made up of people who like to look backwards at the rear view mirror. Very striking comment there, and also representing what some people in the Democratic Party do believe. Major.
Fin Gómez from New York. Appreciate it. Thank you very much.